And welcome back to our chemistry SPM channel. So for this video I'm going to do a tutorial question on how to do calculations. Okay, so this is a extract from last year past year questions that I want to show you how to do a chemical equation and then calculation of volume and everything. So I won't do question 1, I'll just go to question 2 straightforward, and I'm going to explain how we give the 6 marks for the candidates. Alright, okay, so first let's write the number, name the gas Z. Okay, so you see the reaction is between calcium carbonate and also nitric acid. So you have a metal carbonate. So if a metal carbonates react, for sure the gas that it produces is carbon dioxide. So you can say gas Z is carbon dioxide. Please don't write CO2. We will give a big cross there because we asked the name, we didn't ask the chemical formula. If let's say I ask you to state gas Z, yeah, maybe you can give the formula or the name, we accept both of that. But when we clearly mention name, make sure you give the name. Okay, please be very 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 careful with the questions and the phrases that they used. And then write a chemical equation for the reaction between calcium carbonate and nitric acid. Okay, so I'm going to teach you. So calcium carbonate basically Ca2 plus, carbonate is CO3 2 minus. So when you do cross, you can cut the charge. Why? Because the charge is just the same, 2 positive and 2 negative. Both of them are 2 but different value. One is positive, another one is negative. So you can cut. You can only cut if they are same number, different charge. So you have CaCO3, and then they say nitric acid, so nitric acid is HNO3. so this is your reactant. Okay, so I write here CaCO3 plus HNO3. okay, so what does it produce? Okay, so how to get the product? First, to get the product or the sugar, the salt, you must split your reactant. So split this into Ca2 plus and CO3 2 minus. Split it to the ions that formed it, and this one H plus and NO3 minus. So for the formation of sugar, acid will always contribute the negative ion. So I will take NO3 minus. So if I take minus here, this side I must take the positive, and the only positive is Ca2 plus, and you just cross the charge. Remember, you cannot cut because the different charge, 2 plus, this one is minus, so you cannot cut. So you have to write Ca bracket NO3 2, because this 2 belongs to this whole thing, so you must put a bracket. So your answer is CaNO3 2 plus H2O and CO2. From where I do get this 2? Okay, this is the property of acid. Okay, the property of acid and metal carbonate reaction. So the property says that you will produce one salt, water, and also carbon dioxide. So that's why I put water and carbon dioxide. Doesn't care carbon dioxide comes first, water comes next, or whatever, but make sure both of them are in the product side. Okay, and then you have to balance out your equation. So you put 2 here, and then you are done. Okay, so equation is balanced because you have 2 hydrogens here. Well, you have 2 hydrogens here, you have oxygen 6 7 and 9, and you have 6 and 9. Yes, it's balanced. So everything is considered balanced. So this is your balanced chemical equation. So make sure if you write a chemical equation, your equation is balanced. And then now we go for the main part. We have to do the maximum volume calculation. Okay, for set 1. Okay, so they say set 1 means I will refer this one lah. Okay, so for set 1, what information I have? I have information about nitric acid, so I can write, they say V equal to 50 because 50 centimeter cube is showing the volume, and molarity is 1.0 mole dm negative 3. And what I want to find? I want to find the maximum volume of gas Z, and gas Z is carbon dioxide. Okay, so where do I want to find that? Okay, you see here they say 1 mole gas occupies 24 decimeter cube at room condition. So if they don't mention here, they'll mention in the statement below there. So read everything, and this is your molar volume, but please be very sure Don't say 24 decimeter cube, that's volume. Molar volume, they have mole -1. So later you have to include this in your calculation. So you have to start from this side by calculating the moles. How to get the moles? You have molarity and volume, so you must use N equal to mv over 1000. Then your mole is 1.0, your volume is 50, then you divide with 1000. Okay, why do I do the division with 1000? Because you see, I always say the units must be same, but this one centimeter cube, this one decimeter cube. So why I'm doing this 1000, I'm literally changing the centimeter cube to decimeter cube so that it can be solved. Okay, so 1 times 50 divided with 1000, you will end up getting 0.05 mole. Okay, so this is your mole. And what I should do the next, I must do mole ratio. So how to do mole ratio? You must know what you have and what you want. So what you have is nitric acid and what you want is carbon dioxide, so do mole ratio from there. So for your mole ratio, your first part, your first sentence should be from your chemical equation. So write the number of moles in your chemical equation. So you know you have from your chemical equation, you have 2 mole of HNO3, and then you have 1 mole of CO2, and then in the question just now you find 0.05 belongs to HNO3, so that one is in lab lah, consider it was in lab. Then this one you don't have, so you have to find. So find first the X by doing, yes, cross multiplication, which is 0.05 mole times 1 divided by 2. So you will get, I think 0.002, okay, 0.025, sorry, 0.025 mole. But do I need the mole here? No, I need the volume, maximum volume. So how to do? I must use the volume formula, which is volume over molar volume equal to number of moles. But in my current case, I already have, yes, correct, I already have my number of moles. So I want to find the volume, so I just change the place by doing like this, 0.025 mole times with molar volume, which is 24 decimeter cube mole -1. Please don't say you want to use 24 decimeter cube only, that is for volume. When they say molar volume, you have the mole -1. So this would be your question mark, and then you cut and cut, then 0.025 times 24 would be 0.6, I guess. Yes, correct, 0.6 decimeter cube. So this is your final answer, and yeah, you are done. See, very simple, 8 minutes. I just spent 8 minutes for this particular question. So this is how you must do it. Okay, so now let's see how we will mark this question if it appears in your real exam. Okay, so we provide 6 marks for this question, right? So the first mark is for your gas name. Listen properly, gas name. You write carbon dioxide, spelling all correct, no spelling error. Okay, I give 1 mark here. Okay, and then my second mark would be for my chemical equation. Okay, how I give marks for my chemical equation? Okay, so I will see my formulas first, whether my formula for reactant and product correct or no. Let's say when I see I got or spot one error in your formula, then everything wrong. Okay, so be careful in the first part, that the first mark for your chemical equation is your formula of reactants and product. So the whole thing must be correct. One wrong, 0, no half marks. So I see here all correct, so I put second mark. Okay, and then when I see your balancing, your equation must be balanced. So if let's say your equation is balanced, okay, I put the third mark. Okay, so once I gave you all the 3 marks, I go for the next part. I will be see the calculation. So for the calculation, we provide the first mark for this one, 0.05 mole. Remember that I want the word mole to be there. This working and this answer with unit. You don't write the unit, you just write 0.05, wrong. Okay, we won't give marks because we are calculating number of moles, and it's a basic knowledge for all candidates that number of moles, they have a unit, and the unit is called as mole. So please be careful at that part. and then you must do mole ratio. You don't do, it's considered wrong, because you're finding two different things in the same equation, so it's necessary and must to do mole ratio. In chemistry, most of the calculation requires mole ratio. Alright, okay, and especially for this chapter, this is chapter 6, so memang you will use a lot of mole ratio. So when you calculate back everything here, this part, this whole part, I will see this whole part. Okay, so I just circled it and I say, okay, your ratio correct. Okay, you get 0.025. Okay, so this would be your 5th mark. And then where's your 6th mark? Okay, your 6th marks, you show the multiplication, this whole step. 0.025 mole times with 24 decimeter cube over mole, and you got your final answer 0.6 with correct unit, decimeter cube. Let's say your value is correct but your unit is wrong, or you don't have unit, consider 0 there. Okay, so this one all got, so this would be your 6th mark. So this is how we mark your exam paper for these calculation based questions. So please spend some time, do this type of questions in your exercise. Every day you can practice at least 2 or 3 questions so that you get the hang of it, and later you can do it well in your exam. You see this part, simply I get 6 marks, very easy, right? So out of 20 I already secured 6 marks, which is a good achievement lah. So I hope you guys keep practicing on this past year questions, and we will be meeting in a new video with a new calculation question. Okay, thank you and bye.